Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Capricorn October 14, 2024. Good energy is with you for more confidence in your resources, work, or routines today, with the moon in your work and health sector harmonizing with the sun in your sector of money and things. However, it can be hard to get a conversation in sync. There's a tendency to dwell on problems or flaws as the day advances and we get closer to a Mercury-Pluto square. It's best to watch for extremes with money and relationships, in particular, and with thoughts or conversations generally speaking. People can seem to drain you, whether materially or emotionally, and boundary issues can now be a hot topic. You may be feeling undervalued, but do your best to avoid defeatist attitudes. Don't shoot yourself in the foot by attempting to manipulate people or circumstances, as it's best to work on gaining power through self-control. Nevertheless, you stand to learn a lot about your feelings and fears, even if they emerge in disruptive ways. Try to apply the rule of moderation in your life, not only for your activities but also for your thinking. Sparkling vibes are whispering over the crests of moonlit waves for you. This current trend lasts for a few remaining days. Sweet Venus, our goddess planet of beauty, attraction, and pleasure, has jumped off the diving board to swim out and perform a perfect water ballet. Water is a very compatible element with you and is also known as your solar house of communication and short-distance travel. With this newfound sparkle, you'll have the charming and persuasive words to tell someone how you feel and mystify their spirit. If you're up for a change of pace, consider short trips to nearby towns and destinations. What will you choose? It is time to affirm how strong and capable you are when Jupiter retrograde in Gemini sextiles Chiron retrograde in Aries. The next few months will help you determine your course of action regarding what career path you should pursue. As of right now, you may have to overcome some self-limiting biases and fears. You might be secretly worried about being professionally and financially successful if you were to choose one path over another. Work on building up your courage so that you can find the career path you want. There are many ways to come at a problem, and you are one to take perhaps the more confrontational approach, which can be really effective sometimes, but at other times difficult. Today's aspect asks you to quiet down in the face of a problem and really grasp the issues upon which everything hinges. Ask yourself whether you get enough exercise, and if the answer is no, just accept that for a moment. Do not confront yourself with excuses. Just think about it. You will have to put on your white gloves and be precautions today. The current vibrations will undoubtedly make you fragile and emotionally sensitive. In both your social and private life, don't try to increase or accumulate anything but, on the contrary, get rid of anything that is weighing you down or slowing you up. Don't jump into initiatives that are big but rather try to get away a bit. Escape and see new horizons. The moment has come to get rid of your preconceived ideas. As the moon transitions from a playful and creative area of your chart to your busy work sector, this monthly occurrence does not necessarily mean a complete shift in focus. However, it signals an upcoming period where such a shift will happen as Pluto turns direct in the same playful and creative area before embarking on his 5.5-week journey back to your work sector, where he will remain for the next 20 years. Meanwhile, these days are crucial for gaining insight into developments across income, work, and career fronts. It is just a few hours before Pluto turns direct in your romantic sector today that the moon will leave. The romantically charged lunar vibes of the last few days have made it easier to get the most out of the doors open to the past, while making it easier to sense Pluto's direct turn and the shift in focus away from the past and onto the road ahead. Our eyes in the sky. We all have those lingering thoughts or situations that seem to occupy a corner of our minds and hearts, those things that take up space without really serving us anymore. Sometimes, it's an old mindset that's been with us for years, or maybe it's a relationship or a job that we've outgrown. Whatever it may be, holding on to these things can prevent us from fully embracing new opportunities and stepping into the person we are meant to become. When we let go, we create space for growth, for new experiences, and for opportunities that align more closely with who we are becoming. Take a moment to reflect, what in your life could you release to make way for something better? Is there something that no longer fits who you are or who you want to be? It could be a belief system that's limiting your potential, or a routine that's become more of a chore than a source of joy. Maybe it's a relationship that feels stagnant, or a job that no longer excites you. Whatever it is, take this as a gentle nudge from the universe. Letting go is not just okay, it's essential for your evolution. By releasing what no longer serves you, you open the door to something that aligns more with your true path. Use this time to reconnect with the core values that define who you are. What are the principles that anchor you, even when everything else feels like it's shifting? This is your opportunity to realign with your inner truth and find strength in what you know to be right. And remember, it's perfectly okay to have moments of doubt. Those moments are often the first steps toward gaining even greater clarity. At the same time, be mindful of the temptations that might pop up during this planetary influence. With Chiron retrograde and Jupiter in Gemini, you could feel drawn to fleeting trends or tempted to indulge in something that offers instant gratification but doesn't hold much long-term value. Whether it's making an impulsive purchase, seeking comfort in distractions, or chasing after a quick fix, these temptations can be alluring, especially when life feels overwhelming or uncertain. But it's important to recognize that these short-term solutions won't bring lasting satisfaction. In fact, they might even leave you feeling emptier than before. Instead, give yourself the gift of stepping back and taking a breather. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to pause? To step away from the busyness of life, even for a few moments? Sometimes, all it takes is a little distance to gain a clearer perspective. A brief break from the noise and stress can help you appreciate what's genuinely good for you and refocus on what truly matters. Have you noticed how much more clarity you have after taking a moment of peace? Sometimes, that simple pause is exactly what we need to reset and regain our sense of direction. The stars are aligning favorably for you in many areas, especially when it comes to financial matters. You're in a strong position right now, with a keen instinct for making profitable decisions. Whether you're negotiating a deal, considering an investment, or simply exploring new opportunities for your financial future, your judgment is sharp, and the universe is supporting your efforts. Just remember, while the opportunities are plentiful, patience is key. Don't feel the need to rush or aim too high too quickly. There's plenty of time to explore your options, and by moving thoughtfully, you'll be in a better position to make the most of what's available to you. Another important area to focus on right now is resolving any outstanding financial matters. If there's a lingering debt that needs to be addressed, a bill to be settled, or loose ends that need to be tied up, now is the perfect time to tackle those tasks. The energy is ripe for positive resolutions, and you're in a strong position to bring things to a close with confidence. Don't hesitate to take the initiative, it will likely lead to favorable outcomes. As you navigate these changes and opportunities, stay open to the flow of life, but remain grounded in what feels right for you. The universe is guiding you towards something better, and by listening to your intuition and trusting the process, you'll find yourself exactly where you need to be.